Every military history buff knows this name, Panther. After all, it was one of the very first jets available to the US Navy, and an iconic aircraft of the Korean War era. Or are you thinking of another Panther? Ah yes, the French destroyer Panthère is not as well known as its American counterpart, but it still left its mark in history. Yet another Panther, you say? The German armored one? Well, everybody knows about that Panther. You know what? This time we're going to talk about all Panthers in War Thunder. We'll list their strengths and quirks and also tell you about their distant relatives. The fastest Panther is the one with the wings, obviously. Two jet fighters of the F9F Panther series that you can find in the American tech tree can reach the speed of 950 kilometers per hour at sea level. I think it's fair to say that these particular Panthers are also the most agile, with an impressive turn time of less than 30 seconds. Even though they have to fight truly dangerous foes like the MiG-15, at their full speed, American Panthers are very effective predators, especially against prey that can't break the sound barrier. The French Panther is definitely the heaviest. Despite displacing 3,075 tons though, this destroyer is still pretty fast. Furthermore, she's also the oldest Panther. Laid down in 1922, she remained in service until 1942. Four 130mm main caliber guns can devastate anything unfortunate enough to be in your sights, but aiming those cannons can be challenging due to the slow turret traverse. You'll need to get used to it and account for the time required to switch targets. In all other respects, the French Panther behaves just as you'd expect from a dangerous big cat. She's deadly, highly mobile, and lacks substantial armor. This destroyer is perfect for devastating attacks and risky maneuvers. The German Panther, do we even need to say it? It has quite a reputation. One of the most well-known and most produced combat vehicles of World War II, it was a crucial part of the Wehrmacht's arsenal. Around 6,000 Panthers rolled off the factory floor, not including the Jagdpanther units. The German Panther is the best protected of the bunch. Its frontal armor can withstand hits by most shells of its period, barring the few most powerful ones. While the turret doesn't usually offer the same level of protection, the F variant, featuring a new turret with a narrow front plate, can certainly surprise some enemies. Finally, it's the most versatile Panther on our list. Thanks to its characteristics, it can do basically anything, from being an effective sniper to breaking through defensive lines. Oh, we almost forgot. Germans actually had another Panther in their service, albeit a less famous one. We're talking about the P-6064 Panther, a Jaguar-class torpedo boat. Its mobility and firepower allow it to give hell to any opponent, even frigates and destroyers. Finally, as far as distant relatives are concerned, Panthers have quite a lot, and we're not talking about tigers. For instance, we have the Chinese Z9 and Z19 that are improved variants of the French Eurocopter Dauphin. And do you know what the military-oriented version of the Dauphin was called? That's right, the Eurocopter Panther. And in the case of the Italian Leone-class destroyers, you don't even have to dig that far. There were only 3 Leones ever built, the lead ship Leone, followed by Tigre and Pantera. It's fair to say that defense manufacturers have long been obsessed with the idea of this graceful predator. Submarines, tanks, fighters, the Panther has firmly secured its spot in the Military History Hall of Fame as a beast that demands respect. What do you think about Panthers? On the ground, in the sky, and at sea? Tell us in the comments below.